Okay, in this episode, we're talking about direct objects. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. So, what am I doing with this tape? This tape is a direct object. Here's what I mean when I say direct object. Okay, pretend I'm a sentence on the board. I'm the subject. Here's the verb, hold. Here's the direct object, tape. A direct object receives the action. I'm being the subject. Aren't I a nice subject? Yeah. Here's the action. I'm holding it. Here's the direct object. The direct object is receiving the action. Get it? Not so complicated. Whatever receives the action is the direct object. In this case, the tape. Oh, and the object I just broke. Anyway, I'll fix that later. Look, let's look at some sentences in English. If I said dogs chase cars, dogs is the subject, chase is the verb. What's the direct object? If you said cars, you are right. Cats chase mice. What's the subject? Cats, verb, chase. What's the direct object? The unfortunate little mice. I caught a mouse in my house one time, and my wife was disturbed by the presence of a mouse in our house. So I took it outside, and I let it go. And she was frustrated with me for letting it go, actually. She didn't want it to live to see another day. Before I let it go, though, I said, "Here, kitty, 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 kitty." And about 5 neighborhood cats came. Guess what happened to that direct object? Yeah, he never came to our house again because the cats chased the mouse. Yeah. Marlin finds Nemo. Remember Marlin? What was his job in Finding Nemo? To find Nemo. Marlin is the subject. Find is the verb. What's the direct object? What receives the action? Nemo received the action. He's the direct object. Marlin finds Nemo. Flint spots a jaywalker. Cloudy with a chance of meatballs. Subject, Flint. What did he do? He spotted. What did he spot? A jaywalker. Jaywalker is someone who's crossing the street in the wrong place. Sally sells seashells. What does Sally sell? Seashells. What's the direct object? Seashells. You're probably getting tired of this. I think you're getting the point. King Arthur marries Guinevere. Is it Genevieve or Guinevere? Guinevere. Marries Guinevere. Who's the subject? King Arthur. What is he doing? He's marrying. That's the verb. Whom does he marry? Guinevere. By the way, do you know how to find King Arthur in the dark? Turn on a nightlight. Oh yeah. That is a good joke. Caesar eats salad. Get it? Anyway, Caesar is the subject, eats is the verb. What's he eating? Salad. There we go. So, the subject performs the action, the direct object receives the action. Now, all of that was English. In Latin, the subject is the nominative, es nominativus. The verb is whatever the verb is. For a while, it's going to be in the present tense. Talked about that in a previous episode. And the direct object will be in the accusative tense. It's a new phrase for you. No, it's not a phrase. That was dumb. It's a new word for you. Accusative. It comes from the Roman word accusativus. Maybe you see the connection. Yeah. Accusative, accusative. Okay, yeah, you get that. Look, let's do just a few in Latin. We'll spend a lot more time in the application episode looking at these in Latin, but let's do just a few in Latin. One thing I want you to watch for with accusative nouns, with direct objects, in Latin, watch for a final M or a final S. Okay, so we have the sentence Marcus videt. Now, you know Marcus means Marcus and video means I see. So Marcus videt means Marcus sees. Okay, now I'm not going to change that part of the sentence at all. That's the basic sentence. All I'm going to change are direct objects. So let's say Marcus sees his girlfriend. Anyway, Marcus videt. We can't say amica anymore because amica is nominativus. we have to put amica, since she's now the direct object, into the accusative case. So, Marcus videt amicam. Hear the M at the end? Or see the M at the end? Marcus videt amicam. There's a ending change. It's called a termination change, an ending change, inflection. Remember we talked about that. Yeah, you gotta watch for those final letters. Let's change it. Let's put in a masculine word. Marcus sees his friend, not his girlfriend, just his friend. Marcus videt amicum. Again, there's the M at the end. Marcus sees the town. This is neuter. Marcus videt oppidum. Marcus videt oppidum. Plural. Marcus sees his, okay, we can't say Marcus sees his girlfriends. Okay, Marcus isn't that kind of a guy. He doesn't have multiple girlfriends. So we're going to change girlfriend, amica, to toga. Marcus sees the togas. So, Marcus videt togas. Now, togas is spelled just like togas. But do you see the final S? In the plural, the accusative adds an S. Marcus videt togas. All right? Masculine noun. Marcus sees, he can have friends. He can see his friends, plural friends. So Marcus sees amigos. Hear it again. Final S. Marcus videt amigos. Now with neuter, we're not going to add an S. The accusative plural changes to an A. This is in second declension neuter. Okay, so Marcus sees town. Marcus sees the town. Remember, the Romans didn't have article adjectives. And by article adjectives, I mean and the. They didn't have them. Marcus sees the town. Marcus videt oppida. Marcus videt oppida. So there's some examples in Latin. We're going to go over more in the next episode. Not in the next episode. In the application version of this episode, we'll go over a whole lot more of that when we practice. But what I want you to remember today is that the direct object receives the action. So, I teach you. I'm the subject. What am I doing? Come on, guys, what am I doing? Hey. Yeah, okay, you know what I'm doing. I'm teaching. And whom am I teaching? You. So you're the direct object. How does it feel to be a direct object? Sometimes it's good. Sometimes it's not so good. Depends on what the verb is, really. Anyway, the subject performs the action. The verb tells us what the subject is doing. And the direct object receives the action. In Latin, it's called the accusative case. See you next time.